Rod Stewart sings that good, doesn't he? He's got a great video out for Christmas. It was taken up Stirling Castle, and he has two wonderful guests on. If you've never seen it, it's worth watching this Christmas. You'll see Rod's wife. She's a lot taller than him. Way taller. But they make a beautiful pair. It doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter. And there's a lovely expression of love that his wife actually says. It's great to watch. I watched Bob last night, Bob Joyce. Oh, he's full of, well, he spoke joy, really, spoke joy. Bringing joy, helping people realise who they are. Wakening everyone up, Bob, and your son as well. He's doing well. Tom does well. Yeah, I'm seeing some great things happening right now. Absolutely brilliant things. The body is waking up. Just like Adam was asleep. And then he woke up. A rib was taken from him. And a wonderful thing happened. From his own flesh, a woman was made exactly perfectly for him. From his own flesh. And of course, then these two passed on a wonderful blessing of life to every human that lives on this earth today, from the first man and woman. Humans who lost their way and didn't know the way back to paradise. Now we are here, we'll show them the way. It's in here. The condition of the mind. Leaving the flesh behind. It is important, we are in the flesh. But we think in the spirit, not through the flesh. You know, I'll tell you something. The frequencies that we have, as a stonemason, in the future we will be building buildings that vibrate frequencies from sounds. What do you mean, Joseph? How does that work? With the divine frequencies of the stones or whatever it is that's created, bounce back sounds depending on where you put them. There have been experiments done with big amounts of volumes of water sending waves crashing, and they monitor what happens if they hit a barrier, simulating what happens in the sea. If you use the same principle, let's say you had a round dish, big one, where you put quite a few gallons in. You dropped it's round, you dropped a pebble in, and you watch the ripples from the central point. Now convert these ripples into sound waves. This work exactly the same. From a central point you go out. Depending on the sound wave, if there's a body that can bounce it back off, so it hits the barrier and it creates a knock-on effect. In the sea you can have two currents coming and hit each other, and you see an unusual figuration. It's a code. When this frequency is put in, water acts like the sound waves. The sound waves create. Now, in the future, we will be creating structures that bounce back sounds, that vibrate the heart. Yes, vibrate the heart with joy, a frequency within a building, knowing how to do it, to vibrate this. You know, if you've been on a bus and you come down a bank and it's a frequency. If you know how to do it, this is the future of how construction will be built, so that if there's any sounds that come in and they bring joy to the heart. So if you're, for example, a singer or a speaker, a lecturer, being put in the position of a pebble in the centre, of all vibrating out and all the audience, and some audiences participating to bounce back a frequency, that will be an incredible, it's like a mixture, a colour hitting a colour, bouncing colour onto another colour, creating different colours in different positions. This is all sound frequencies, everything. But Father's given us visibilities with water and with colour, so we can see the invisible, what's happening. You see, the cloud formations are the invisible frequencies that create, like, above there, water. The water, the clouds and the water, it acts the same down below with the frequency. So if you see any unusual frequencies that's coming in, you can't see them, but the clouds will reveal what frequencies coming in. If you know to read the frequencies, you know what, by the formation of the cloud, what frequency is being sent over. And these frequencies actually are real. You can't hide it, because the water reveals the frequency. Yeah? When our Father says to us, read, look up into the skies, read the clouds. There's much more to it than that, what was in the past. An angel's delight, shepherd's delight, and all that sort of stuff, you know. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Little signs like that, they know what's happening in the frequencies of the skies, because they were shepherds and they observed these things as they were out in the fields. They could tell what was going to happen in the future just by observing what was going on up there. Now that's what I'm doing as well. I'm making you aware that the frequencies of the earth today, with all what's going on around us, there's chaos, and will continue on until all these frequencies bounce off, affect this, affect that, and then boof, it's all gone. This is what to expect. Now our Father's the great of the great. He's allowing this one to do this to that one, and that one to do that to that one, who would never have thought, Father, you would never allow these to do this to me. Surely not. He's withdrawn. He's withdrawn. He's withdrawn. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the killer of the prophets, listen to me. You have not listened to my Father. You think you have my Father's protection. Well, let's see if you do. You cry out, you Zionists. You nations, bless us, and our Father will bless you. Curse us, and our Father will curse you. No! You Zionists, you Kabbalah, Lucifer, you're no longer Lucifer. Your kingdom has been found to be so dark there would be no light left in you. The flickering light of the candle flickers, 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 until it's gone out. Without my Father, the giver of life, you are nothing at all. Your kingdom, what you've set up here, is a kingdom in want. You've brought great misery and suffering to try and prove what? Independence from Father, yeah? Well, we have independence from Father, but you've took it so far that your independence, your freedom, has turned you into a beast that cannot have any more light in him. You now, all you bankers, you don't realise you've been drawn into this situation with hooks, not just one hook, hooks, hooks, hooks in your jaws, and you're going to have to be pulled into this position. You can't get out of it now. You went too far, you drew my Father into this game. He tells me some of his moves, but I don't see nothing. But I see them. I stand back and I say, wow, Father, wow, you allowed that for that to happen. Oh, you allowed that for that. Oh, they're going to lynch each other because they're all crooked. All these righteous ones who appear to be righteous, there's a crooked within. And this one trusted that one. thought he could trust it. But to his great shock, he done to me. And this guy has done the same, because it got revealed. And all of the things that's getting revealed right now is the frequency that's being caused by an irregular number that does not have any harmony in the kingdom of my Father, the kingdom of light. The sons of God, the daughters of God, are not only going to be lights, they're going to be beaming lights that burn if they shine upon you. Laser lights. Concentrated, pointing one way, not scattered light. Suddenly it'll just come on with the words of truth. Spirit. Number 7, the Hebrew, the sword. It's only the number 7. The 7. Hanukkah. The lights. The Hanukkah of lights. Mixed in with Christmas. Christmas time. Comes into the Christmas time. The 7th and the 8th. You don't have to be Hebrew. It should be a universal celebration of the lights. It's not just Jewish. It's a celebration of light coming in. Coming in. Anyway. Oh, I'm finished. I'll tell you what. I might have a break. Oh, I'm going out the twins now. The twins. Look. This is a boy and a girl. For one thing, sure. One's from the left, one's on the left, one's on the right, so there'll be a mirror in each other. Different but the same. Twins. Yeah. Different but the same. The opposite way around. That's what twins are. Oh, look at them. They come off two very fine specimens. There was a mixture. But look at the beauty of what happens. Perfection. Oh. One's growing a little bit taller than the other. Because we're going forward in time, biting it. How can you go forward in time biting it? Work it out. Try and work these things out. Do you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll turn this off. And I'll make myself another cup of tea. I would like to talk about the project as well. I've still got it on the back burner, ready for the right person to come in. I have things in motion behind the scenes. Now listen, it looks as if I do nothing. It's very deceiving. I enjoy my life, that's true. But I am constantly getting downloads of what to do with the sacred numbers. Everything that's set out in the earth today, a little bit has been done. New York City is an example of how you put codes into where you place buildings to bounce the frequencies off, to create whatever you wish to do within whatever it is, whatever frequency you create off what's there, because this gives off a frequency. If I place something in here now, I'll have a frequency bounce off this. Just like a mirror. If you had a mirror here and you had a light shining, a light would shine and it could bounce light, and that's what sound does. It's very much similar, but it's wavy. If you could see, it gets. I'm trying to use illustrations to make it so simple. Yeah, I'll make another cup of tea. So I'll turn this off, and when I come back, if you wish, what I'll do is I'll start where I left off. I left off at verse what was it? Verse 13, wasn't it? Yeah, I left off at Thomas said to them. What did I? Yeah, I think this is. I was going to start number 14. Thomas said to them, "If I tell you one of the sayings he spoke to me, you will pick up rocks and stone me, and fire will come from the rocks and devour you." That's what he said. So what I'll do is I'll start verse 14. Jesus said to them, "If you fast, you will bring sin upon yourself." Now, that sounds a contradiction, because this fellow fasted 40 days, 40 nights. Yeah? So what's going on here? I mean, what's when I read this, you'll see that he seems to contradict me. Hey, yes, man. He contradict himself, son. It might appear that way. So it would be good to actually see, because when you're in different periods of time, different seasons, things can change. We're not robots. We are real. AI is programmed to do this, that and the other. It's got no freedom in the sense it's programmed. We have the free will to go wherever we wish. And that's what I'll do. I'll start here. if you fast, I thought your eyes were getting better. Well, if you fast, you will bring sin upon yourselves. You can see why this didn't get in the canon of the Holy Script. Because it seems to contradict. Doesn't it? But remember, you've got to get into the head of this man, Thomas. He was a Jew. He thought as a Jew. He celebrated all the feasts. He thought as a Jew. So we have to try and get into the man's culture, his whole culture. He says some funny things about Yeshua. He's an honest man. Did he think, amen, when I write this down here, they'll think he's contradicting what he's been saying in the past? But I've got to be honest, I've got to write it down. This is exactly what he said. So let's, they'll have to work it out in the future if they ever read this. That's the way he's thinking. So I'll start there, right? So I'm going to have a break now. I'll be back. I might even upload this. Have a, what should I call it? I'll just keep the numbers going of whatever it is. Thomas, and it'll just keep going, the number. Okay. Well, thanks for calling. I'll have to put the light on when for the next time. And comb my hair. I was watching somebody today. Wow. This person had an incredible. I always took back her hair was. Whoa. I just imagined. You know, like a botanist. Not a bot, but a botanist. No, don't be rude. I said a botanist. He's still laughing. Oh, Father, what do I do? Just leave it. Because you make a fool of yourself. I'm not going to make a fool of myself. I was going to say something there, but I think, you know, well, it's like, it's cross-pollination. Well, anything. Like Bowser. To get that braid, you've got no idea what had to go on to get that colour. He's perfect in every way. He's perfect in every way. He's getting looked after today for me. Yeah, we have a break with each other, and he goes with his mum and dad, and then he comes with me, and then he goes with his mum and dad, and he comes with me. And I think he likes being with me first and foremost. You know why? Because I take him for walks for miles and miles and miles and miles. I took him for a walk so much, I got blisters on my feet, and that's hard to do because I do a lot of walking. And I thought, I'm going to get this young boy